games with this Tsunami Slam. It can easily have a pick off sa atong enemies.
And now second ban would be the 1-1 of Stewie. They negated it very well, and because of this I think Stewie will use another hero na, unlike before of the previous matches.
And for the second ban, that will be Florence sa ato ang Cted sa atong right side. Cted.
And now we have Mitsuki in the first pick. What will they choose? Is it the Florin?
Knowing open po na Matilda na Mlbb prior this perfect, knowing
The Florin is a very safe pick, such as Samota siya in the early stages. It's because of that guiding wind. And now look at there, Yoshimate secured her X-Borg, but still, what kind of hero does it need para manegate nimo ang usa ka X-Borg?
You will need burst mages, no? But they will just knowing ang X-Borg na is very well complemented ug usa ka Matilda, though, they will just get this one, and it seems that they will lock this CC.
And now because of that, they secured this Matilda so that they can save themselves from that scorching last insanity. And because of that, Peanut wants to get his Moskov in the early stages, and also kaning may reach the Zast Lason pick from our Vital Vipers.
Ato ang mga recent games na always nakaban ang kaninga Zas, but now nga na-open dili na nila ni ipakawalan. They will lock the Zas, and Peanut just consistent with her Hanabi.
And those kind of Hanabi picks, do you think that kuha na po di? Uy, yes, nakuha na din ni Peanut, and now Mamushi will answer that with this long range mage and also an investment, the Sicilian.
Yes, the Sicilian, knowing that this hero is a only scaling type of hero, knowing kada makaigo siya first, second, ultimate makadako and mana pool, and iyahang skills is not only based on magic damage but also in a mana pool. And right now sa ato ang second phase sa ato ang banning, that will be Lucas.
And now we have our ban here, which is the Lucas.
And it sa ato ang Cnpahs, they've banned Broody, the classic hero, the oldest classic. This hero can give strong defensive sa laning, strong pucha into heroes.
Oh, because of that, they ban here the Broody, and now still wants to get her hero now. What do you think? Do you think that this will be a kind of another hero such as Irithel? Irithel is still open here, huh? And yes, that's it. We predicted Stu was pick, and because of the mobility sa atong Irithel, which is the Jungle's Blessing, it can do some damages while dodging some kind of skills that our enemies bombarded on her.
For to complete the composition of our Cnpahs, no? This still lacking of possibly an explainer if Dili explains us, and a mage.
And Angel here is now using that Gatot Kacha with the support of Mitsuki's Florin. We don't know, yes.
They blocked this Rafaela, but as this Rafaela is good to match with an X-Borg.
And yes, that is the Rafaela, but ginasagutan sila ni Goldilocks with that Ling, the hero that soars above them all and using the Tempest of Blaze just to burst down these enemies. But the world of Desolator Martis is still on the screen.
So are we seeing a debut pick ba of this Marty, knowing this Martis is very good when combined old Piercer, but instead we have a Hayabusa.
Goldilocks has picked a good assassin heroes who can disseminate on the backlines using those shadows. Using those shadows, having a execution, and also it can easily back down, and especially those kind of shurikens it has, and especially if na siya isakto nga damage such as the Sky Piercer, it can go to a different league na.
Minabito ko sa composition of both teams as they have this early, middle, and late game progress sa kanilang mga picks.
Yes, because of that, now
Welcome to game number 1 of the grand finals between Cnpahs and Cted, as we are gonna be headed towards the Hidden Leaf Village as we determine who will be this year's Women's Mlbb champion.
And
Yes.
now, as our heroes from our Vipers and Mighty Teachers are marching towards their objectives, we'll see if who will win and who will get in their early momentum.
And it seems like Goldilocks and si Yoshimate, makakuha sila o mga leash that will eventually allow them to scale infinitely because of the abilities of their hero to
Well,
maybe create a different jungle pattern in this matchup right now, as what we could actually see, Peanut versus Stewie on the bottom side is gonna be a really hot contest between the two of them.
Very sakit if may go ka sa ilan sa mga bullets, but Lowe's magic ko, Lowe's ko but Aegis there was proc by Peanut and now by Lucel's kind of first skill yung ginagamit niya para just to leash this out, but gamitan siya ni Mitsuki is mga type of damage skill just to let Stewie go back to his position.
So that is an immediately barrier forced out. Kay murag dili na nila kaya
yes.
nila matagaan o kuan kaning saktong space because of the effect of the Higanbana later on in which magbanda-banda na siya, especially if mamarkahan pag ka it procs the damage.
Bang!
Output.
No, and sa tuwang games now, si Stu is just very confident sa iyahang playstyle as he is kanang daw po siya sali sa ato iyahang roamer na si Matilda.
Because of that, Matilda, they are very confident when just going in, knowing that they can easily go out. But now look at here, Yoshimate is just getting that kind of object as that she wants as our turtle will respawn in the 5 seconds of our game time.
This is something that they really don't want to be put into a situation right now para dali sa atong mga taga-Cnpahs, knowing exactly na wala pa level 4 dali si Myresh and the turtle has already spawned. So particularly for taga-Cted, they might be able to start things off relatively hot because of Goldilocks immediate position in here, but sina Mitsuki yung si Myresh will try to contest and the Dominator's Descent will be available.
Dang! Ultimate!
Zas!
Hey, OG! Sa tulo na sa lahat dito! Mas job by my wish as all of our teams are just chasing them down. And live out the Mighty Teachers wants to back now, and that's it. Let's see is lost it. And now Angel just finishes off with life. Also, Shazumi.
Definitely a good double kill para dali sa atong mga taga-Cnpahs as they were able to capitalize on that specific engagement that they did have. However, ang atong mga taga-Cted are not backing up that easy, even though if they have already been down by at least 1,000 gold on that free kill and then a turtle attempt para sa ilaha.
No, sa tuwang clash, no, muna siya naka-nice of Zaspek, knowing nga ayabit ang ultimate can also absorb damages sa atong enemies and it will be used as an engagement pod, no?
But because of those engagement capabilities sa tuang team Mighty Teachers now, I think it can be easily denied by this Angel here and also Yoshimate's ultimate, which is that insanity. They will be forced to back down.
Yoshimate already in level 7 alongside with, of course, his teammates. However, they may have lost that initial engagement or may have won that initial engagement, but
Yoshimate
are not willing to back up.
As what we said earlier, because of this guiding wind, our Mighty Teachers here can easily go back out, and especially with that, Yoshimate's having throwing his flame, just throwing those flames. This won't be any casualties.
Makita ko ito nga ato ang Rafael just supporting the rotation of an X-Bird. Even if this X-Bird has no movement capabilities, no, with the complement of the Rafaela's healing, which can also give additional movement speed. Sa mapa, and right now here's ato ang Turtle Pit.
Okay, that is Quad Shadow already used by Goldilocks. Now, what is their decision as they have initially lost the turtle fight that they have started a while ago, but this time it is quite different. However, it will be the Sanguine Cross that will start things off,
sakit!
but ang ato ang dominating
AOG! Oh my God! Shadow kill! 4 double kill!
Finally falling down as a jelly starting things
killing spree.
He will be having a killing spree
As now,
Si
as look at
Angela
Angela with a killing spree. As now, our shadow here. As Goldilocks wants to get some kill. As Sajik will also connect. And well
Shadow.
at the back. Impact will be the answer of that kind of finishing move.
Cted is now back in the game with those crucial 3 kills, and of course, the Lord, or the turtle that they were able to retribute in that kind of a situation. But one thing that they have to worry about is kanang level din ni Peanut kay maybe he will be able to stun lock their opposition if magkumpul-kumpul dire ang atuang mga taga Cted.
Makita mo good na to si Stewin is just doing double lanes man good. That's why he has the advantage of in terms of gold and XP. And sa ato ang item check.
We have now si Hanabi, our Peanut here, just getting her items very slowly, just slowly crawling up at last, get that shadow kill. And now look at it, nasasad ko Stora, sad mo sulod, but that won't be enough as Zas here, kinisulod, nasad sa iyang net for spawn.
It will be the Dominator's descent that almost took down Mamushi on that occasion, but unfortunately Yoshimate has burned out his last insanity in the wrong direction.
Quad shadow use.
Sila dire sa atong bottom lane.
Oh.
Cted really aggressive, especially si Goldilocks on those quad shadows.
It's ato ang 6-minute game mark no wala pa nakakuha og turrets here. Ato ang both teams are showing discipline, di nila basta-basta ihatag ang ilahang turret.
Knowing that we have 12 seconds lang para mabubuhi atong turtle, both our teams here are just playing a very disciplinary way. As now look at Myrish here just spamming those Nightporic spawn so that she can have a vision of the enemies, and now because of it they can reposition themselves as our turtle here has been start sa ato ang mga kind of educators.
It
And
will be the educators that were starting. So
AOG!
AOG! Last insanity! Oh my god!
hit.
That fight has
One.
already imploded with
One.
the Dominators descent already being
Oh,
landed too.
Stewie.
The heals coming from the
Rafaela.
the Rafaela. I thought it was gonna be the Angela, but the Rafaela is gonna be providing them the sustenance that they need.
Oh my god, what a good tactical move there gikan sa ato ang team Vipers, and because of that Mitsuko can easily save her teammates because of her heals, and now Lucelle here has secured sa iyang dominance eyes.
The Dominance Eyes is already gonna be an integral part of their itemization. As right now, makita nato there si Yoshimate or Yoshimate and Angeli here on the top side is gonna be stopping Stewie and Lucelle from their tracks and taking down that outer turret on the top side. Meanwhile, kaning ato ang mga Cnpahs on the bottom lane, ga-babysit, nagyapon
Nine.
towards the Peanut, but the
Shadow kill!
Oh no! The OB Shadow kill!
Oh no!
Will not gonna be enough! The blast!
And that was a kill successfully obtained by Goldilocks as Mitsuki will go down to the base. As now in our top lane, Lucille here will just having to babysit this Stewie, knowing the fact that this Stewie needs some triple items to get some damages with that. But look at here, Hanabi, look at Hoy, Peanut, saka Arasha, but turret here is open for demolition, as also Angel here is just giving them some kind of provoking capabilities, but Angel here can dominate, and now she will just successfully go out.
Here's
Almost
ato.
got taunted to oblivion, but tawal ko dere ang mga higan ba nga ginalabay dere sa ato ang Hanabi. That is gonna be threatening later on, especially if he will be able or she will be able to land that ultimate and lock down the opponents in quite some time. But they have to worry because it's only gonna be 5 seconds, and Madara is
Madara.
in the hidden lip village.
And Madara is now in the land of dawn. We'll see if who can provoke him. Who can persuade him to be on his team. As now, look at our items here. Nanatay sa itong Windtalker, and also the kind of Haskell as our Hayabusa wants to go in and with the kill the Mitsuki. It's just a hit and run by Goldilocks.
The flash is aware. Voice is not enough to save you.
Great move there para dito sa atong Hayabusa Miss Goldilocks. Really aggressive and pushing the tempo para dire sa side sa ato ang mga educators. Meanwhile, the heavy cross,
AOG!
but it will be the last insanity.
Oh my!
by Yoshimane as
Gamit.
on the backside and Jelly will
Oh.
try to take down one. Pero muatras na lang sila kay
Boom.
Mawag kayo ang ilang kahintang atong panahon na.
Although nagamit ang bombardments of skills, but still there are no casualties in that kind of clash. And now that's what I said earlier. Kanina itong mga heroes which has high mobilities can easily go in. And now Shadow was also used. And again as Goldilocks takes my reach.
My Rish stepped on a landmine and didn't realize that it was the end of everything for him or her. As we are now gonna be able to see na tulo ka ba membro dire sa atong mga taga Cnpahs, will they be able to heal enough?
Oh,
But
Mitsuki.
it seems like the heavy crossbow was
Higambana!
already completed, but the Higambana will
Circling
be
Eagle.
it will be cancelled out.
AOG!
Educators will cry
Oh my
the
god!
occasion and it will be a bloodbath para dire sa atuang mga educators as they take 3 down and Goldilocks is still alive with the OB shadow kill.
Oh my god, what a disastrous moment there by our Vipers. Nice execution na dito and because of that combines of barb,
Magdaog sila o asa ang point nga mo retreat na sila.
I think that's what we said earlier, they are educated enough to cure this poison that our Vipers are giving to them. And now, and I think there is one uncurable poison here. We have the growing one, Peanut. I think when it goes to the late stages and having the fact that she didn't die yet, I'm pretty sure that she has this kind of items or the answers for their kind of demise.
Na sila'y buyer available para diri kay Peanut in case that there will be another tower dive nga i-commit nila ni Goldilocks. However, the problem diri sa ato ang mga taga-Vital Vipers is that they are gonna be defending this Madara.
And
As
Madara.
early as that, and Mitsuki will do the
Oh.
official job of blocking the path of the
Spam.
Madara from taking advantage of their empowered movement and of course kanang pagbangga dahil sa tore.
This looks like a demolition na gikan sa atong mga bilyar as our mighty teachers demolishes it one by one. Now wala pa ito sa atong top lane but still our our venomous Cholis Vipers can successfully defend their turrets pa.
The Viper, when left open, will strike hot, especially if you are gonna be able to present something that is vulnerable as hell. But it will be the OB Shadow Kill. on the
Shadow
Viper.
Kill!
The
Oh, but look
Vipers
at
have
that.
already been committed, but Tingkat pala alongside with the AOG.
Oh
Will be
my
lucky
God.
too. And medyo delikado ang
What
tuloy
just
nila
happened?
sa ato mga taga-educators as they will be running away from that
Oh.
kind of a scary moment para sa ilaha. But they have to realize,
Ah.
oh no,
Shazumi! Shazumi is getting the turret as our team educators is just giving them some time so the Shizumi can get the turret. But look at that! Stowe with a kill! And he wants to get Marish, but Marish is stunned him. And look at Mexico with a kill. And also the sandwich! And again! As our kill by the kill, a tooth by a tooth, an eye for an eye. As our venomous Vipers will take down one of them as they kill one of their own.
The dance of death, as what they say whenever you're under the turret of the enemy. Pero mo na to'y gibuhat ni Stewie para man lang ma-take down ng duwa nga si
Grabe.
o si Myresh. And just like that, 8-11 in favor diri sa ato mga taga-educators. As right now, they have been stealing all the resources available para diri sa ato ang mga taga-Vital Vipers. As they do realize nga, okay, if we leave the 4 in the bottom lane, it will open opportunities para dili kay Shazume nga mag-split push with the CC.
But the venom of our lethal Vipers here isn't that lethal enough to stop these mighty educators on doing some rampage on their map. They are slowly getting these bushes, slowly getting these rocks, slowly getting good position as Hayabusa Goldilocks with that shadow way. No, that was just shadow niya para makita na, and that's it. Pababak na lang siya.
The Quad Shadow is a brilliant move para sa iya to bait out any incoming ultimates gikan dere sa atong mga taga-Vital Vipers. Meanwhile, ang atuang mga taga-educators have been doing their due diligence to zone out any members gikan sa mga taga-Vital Vipers, as especially right now, gamay na lang ang kinabuhi sa atong Lord. How will they be
Madara.
able to steal this one out?
Last Insanity!
To build them on.
AOG!
It will be the AOG!
Oh!
Will be able to steal that Lord away from the educators
Shush!
as they are gonna
Shush!
receive
Shush!
dose of their own medicine.
As those were killed, and now they're chasing Goldilocks as Goldilocks will go back na lang success successfully, but still Armadera was secured there by Angel, although wala na ka, and they are marching towards the middle lane.
Middle lane magic will be the solution para dire sa ato ang mga The Vital Vipers as they drop their last ace in here, and it seems like Goldilocks will be running out of resources. Right now, si
we'll see.
And the Dominators will be there. And
Shadow kill.
The defense para sa ato Cted.
Wala pa Graves.
But everyone is not gonna be safe from that.
Sandra and Chloe can answer in that, and we thought that our Mlbb Vipers will end this, but Silly will get revenge on that kind of kill, and also napatay na po the Shizumi on our kind of Marish, and now this is just like a bamboo, bali-bali sila kasi kusog nga hangin.
Bali-bali ra kung asa dapit kusog ang hangin kay mo na pod. The dust in the wind is already gonna be setting hard, especially right now nga medyo nadipensaan na sa atong mga taga-Cted ang attempt dito sa atong mga taga-Vital Vipers to strike hard in their hearts.
Knowing that this Vipers has this kind of venomous funks that can lethalize them if makadulot sa ato ang mga mighty teachers, and we don't know if educated enough ba ato ang mighty teachers to know if when to dodge, when to go back, and when to attack. It's because our momentum here is in the side of our lethal Vipers.
The Vipers already trying to hide and maybe create this freeze wave moment to bait out the members of the educators for them to be able to take them down, because that's what happened on the last team fight nga. Giusa-usa nila o kuha ang mga membro dire sa ato mga taga-educators to the point that they were able to create a massive push on that middle lane.
And now our bottom lane from this little Vipers is very open for domination, as we know that kanina sa atong top lane is nabuak naman. So we'll see if how will Stewie get his heavy crossbow and position just to get this peanut out.
And if you're gonna be taking a closer look at their itemizations, murag kompleto na ang ilang mga items. It's just like they are just gonna be doing all the farm just to have the buy and sell opportunity, and of course para makasustain sila longer in a team fight, because whenever you'll be dying in the 8th minute mark or more than that, medyo delikado na ang inyong death timers.
Mahal ng grabe, they know, and now they are just securing their immortality here, especially Peanut, as what we said earlier, that she is the growing venom on that kind of snake. And now, as you can see, Madara has entered the battlefield.
The power of friendship between these two teams is gonna be tested, and right now confident diri ang ato mga taga-Vital Vipers na magpalayo ra isa because of the threat of the AOG nga pwedeng i-commit diri ni Angeli, and later on napad sila Dominators descent to zone them out with a heavy magic damage gikan kay Myresh. But will it be the opposite end as it will be that will be starting things off? Nagani wala siya commit sa young heavy crossbow.
But because of that, watch commit sa heavy crossbow, but still Armadera is having a low HP as Myrish wants to spam this Meteoric spawn again, and like that, Madara is now luminous and wants to get anyone nga makuha nila. But look at here, Goldilocks with the shadow.
Dili na magpataka-taka o quad shadow and then only shadow kill dire ang ato ang Hayabusa nga si Goldilocks, knowing that 3 members here sa ato ang mga taga-Vital Vipers naka-immortality. They are living up to the name of Allied Health Sciences. Mga kaibigan, dili na daling mamatay karon, and however, they have been in a tug of war ever since na nag-evolve ning Madara. Push and pull ragyapon ang ilang tirada.
It's like going for love bombing ning ilaha. Retag pa kilig ng musukol daw, pero still pabaklan sila as Lucelle is the main backbone here. As look at that shadow kill, but it was just denied, knowing the fact that here our immortality is still open, and I think Goldilocks doesn't want to create any casualties or any gambles, especially knowing she is the jungler here. But look at that again, using the shadows. Oy, nakatabot pa. Dapat ay shadow kill magamit ba? But Tectosaurian kay gamit. Oy, look at Shazumi wants to go for Angeli.
If you're gonna be able to see at the top lane, medyo delikado sila. And Stewie will be opening things up.
Stewie!
Cted stealing things up.
The walking! The walking!
Will be a little
the walking!
But Stewie will create the diversion play and win game number 1.
Stewie has secured another win As we all know, she was the walking calamity, or we can say Bagyong Stewie.
Top side with his heavy crossbow dito nadaog sila sa ato ang game. What a match sa ato ang first awan sa ato ang championship sa ato women category.
Now, as you can see in the match details, makaingon gumuta nga the main hero of that villainic arc would be Stewie. Mo lagi lugi ta sa kill, so ato nang daogon siya when it comes to the objectives, as we can see there, having a score of 1-0 in favor of our mighty educators.
Mighty educators. Gabi kayong ginapakita no.
Mighty educators were able to take down the opposition with their supreme positioning, and if we are gonna be asking about positioning, it will be Lucelle, MVP of game number 1, with those crucial 13 assists to lift ang atuang mga taga-Cted over the Cnpahs Vital Vipers.
As what we said earlier, our Mathilda here would be the main backbone of those kind of calamities, and those kinds of it means that they will be the one who gonna pick first.
And right now though, as ang first band that will be the Kalea, even if kaning Kalea dili na basta-basta ihatag knowing that this Kalea pick with this title tsunami, dali lang siya makakuha og pick-ups, but knowing nga gabi kayong progress nga gipakita sa ato Mathilda, no, are we seeing a ban on this hero? But they respect, but again the signature hero of Bamashi, that is Kagura.
Now it's kind of Kagura again. Kinabahan na po sa atong Vital Vipers. Knowing sa atong mighty teachers, we have here Mamushi is a prominent player when it comes to the kind of Kagura damages using she can capitalize or maximize the capabilities sa atuang Kagura's Jinyang overturn.
And now we have ban Flooring, knowing that this Flooring has an global effect of ultimate complemented with Flash of Oasis. It can give survivability sa at iyang, not only sa iyang kaugalingon but also sa iyang kauban. And for the last ban, for the first phase of banning, this is the 1-1 of Stewie. Right now, for the first pick of our Cted, let's see usa ilang i-play, knowing nga open papud ang ato ang Lucas and ato ang Glue. Maybe makita ta usab pud, maybe mo prior pud sila og Sicilian pick, no, knowing sa ato ang women's category always nato siya ni nakita, but they've secured the X board.
And now again and again kanang bitong ka Goldilocks nga X-Borg is that sige ra guni ang ginagamit. We didn't see any new heroes si Goldilocks. It's just this X-Borg na pod. And also nanapoy Mathilda ang sagot ba ani nila?
They will not give this Mathilda to Cted, knowing that this Mathilda is very good choice combination for a utility jungle.
Yes, that's it. As we will now pick ato nga Florida, and also this Zask nga ikuha na po ni Myrish. As what we saw earlier, this Zask mga samok jud.
So Myrish just stick on his or her comfort hero, that is Zask. And for the second and third picks sa ato ang Cted, that's the Sicilian that was mentioned before. And for their roamer, I think they will lack these as test.
And now, but still, open man paman atong Stewie nga 1-1. Will they ban this in their second phase ban, or ilang agawon na still there is an irithil left?
Wala pa siya pinikuha sa Lucas, no, knowing nga open atong Lucas and also the Glue. But for this Glue, no, so far nga nabot sa championship, wa po kitag ni kuha og Glue pick ang ato ang Cted and ang ato ang Cnpahs. But right now si Peanut ginalak na niya ang iyahang signature hero na si Hanabi as usual.
Hanabi all the way as Peanut wants to grind them and make them a peanut butter. But still, nice man siya because this is a Mathilda and a Hanabi, knowing the fact because of that inakay as Flash of Oasis, but boom, mas dako ang shield nga mahatag.
Yes, and for our banning for our second phase, the classic Brody, I think this Broody is already a respect ban. Guro as sige na lang ni siya na ban. I think this Broody is a main hero of Stewie. And yeah, as we mentioned, this Lucas is open and di na ni ihatag sa ato ang Cted sa Cnpahs. For the second phase sa ato ang picking, ato ang ato ang Cnpahs doesn't have a jungler and a XP laner, so they will lock.
I think Angela here will pick na po sa iyang Gatot Kacha for sure. And that's it. It was predicted that Gatot Kacha here is a very good pick, knowing the fact that, gamitan sila og sa atong Estes. And because of that, boom, magtapakan mo still. Stewie just got this Erythel of hers.
And now si Stewie just stick on her comfort hero nga nagpadaog sa atong recent game, Erythel. And what will be the XP laner sa ato ang Cted? That's the CC. Shazome against iyang CC. And to complete the composition of our Cnpahs, that will be a jungler. Knowing na nakamathila sila, maybe they will get a utility. Maybe they will get a Fredlin, but I think they will choose this Baron.
Oh, because of the draft, last pick diri ni Yoshimi is this Barats, knowing that he can easily sum those enemies in and out, damaging and having a guiding wind so that he can easily go out also. But still, this is an X-Borg, and as we all know, X-Borg is one of the heroes that can negate this Barats sustainability.
And right now, no, ganahan ko sa picking sa ato ang Cted, knowing na their heroes na sila pang-showball sa late game, and napo sila isa kasukol sa ilang early skirmishes. But of course, with that aspect sa ato ang Cnpahs, which is ilang comfort hero, I think napo sila kasukol sa ilang early games.
And I think the main thing that our our mighty teachers kay gasalig sila would be this blessing of the moon goddess, which is ang heal sa ato ang Estes. And now, because of that, let's get now sa atong Land of Dawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you game number 2 between the mighty teachers. Laban nila sa atong mga taga-Vital Vipers. With the mighty teachers having a 1-0 advantage and are only 2 wins away of securing the championship. Well, it's still gonna be the same matchup that we are going to be witnessing. Shazome and Angeli on the top side. Meanwhile, Stewie of Sipilat, the same hero na nilang idala dire, Gem of the Regret. This might be a moment for them nga maybe magtaka sila nga puro man parehara nga hero ang manggamiton nga pwede man may mag-adjust.
Yes, and because of that, naatay mga early matawag nato nga play safe nga positionings in our both teams. As look at that, as Stewie here wants to go for a strap and just to bomb it out, but look at those kind of circling slow sa ato ang SS as Mitsuki here, a Yoshimate with the level 4 shield, she swallow and spit ba, pero that's it. Charging Claw will also be used para mababakla man sila with that kind of guiding wind.
Karon mo dayo ka-realize nga it is gonna be a Barats na jungle para diri sa side sa ato ang mga taga Vital Vipers. So, if they are gonna be able to land that Daytona's welcome as soon as possible, medyo sakit-sakit pa siya kay it's gonna be automatically -1. But they have also to worry about the ability of Lucelle to commit with the blessing of the moon goddess later on, especially nga ang ma-pride ani kay si Shazome man.
But because of that sa atong blessing of the moon goddess, sagutan ba na ni diri ni Angeli sa iya nga AOG when it comes to the turtle fights, are for sure they will now commit to this turtle as Lucelle has a vision of them, and the spawn here was used, and now Goldilocks, our Red Tree Gods, wants to get in and get this turtle with an AOG as I got the Angeli, but still si Lucelle wants to get the first blood son ang ato dito nga may range, and now they will just especially just go back when time of the crisis comes.
They may have lost the turtle, but they won the war on that occasion because they were able to take down Mamushi for the first blood. But ang pinaka-question ani is, makip ba nila nga inana nga intensity all throughout this game number 2, especially now nga murag nabasa sa ato ang mga taga Mighty Teachers ang playstyle dere sa ato ang mga taga Vital Vipers.
We don't know if unsaon na nila, but we're pretty sure that Stewie here will do her thing na lang as what we saw earlier and for the previous matches pod, and we will call her na siya yung moniker karon, Bagyong Stewie, the walking
Stewie
calamity.
Special nga mukalit rag kawala sa mapa, and then iya nang gitapos ang inyong dula, but they have to be careful kay once nga maigo na po sila gikan ba na gikan diri Pinat, mapareha sila atong one moment on that game
Yes.
sila na starstruck, wala nag-dream, believe, survive na lang sila para makabuhi pa atong nga game.
But now, because of that, I think that Mamushi will just spam this bot impact of her so that she can get a stack. But look at us, that pork spawn very, very itchy when it was go to your hero. But look at that, the pork spawn is still on the bottom side. And now, as they will go some clashes, and Yoshimate here wants to gank someone with Mitsuki on her back. Confident ka siya musulod.
Very confident siyang musulod kay kabalo siya nga naa siya maka-guiding win out sa iya o napoy dominators descent na always ready diri si Myresh, but they have to consider nga kaning Nightmare spawn nga ginahulog ni Myresh, it's actually gonna be benefiting Mamushi. Every time nga maigo ang iyahang bat impact, it's gonna be additional 2 stacks. So meaning to say, mas pas o mas dali kayo makakuha og stacks dari si Mamushi, which is gonna be important para sa usa ka Sicilian.
And now our turtle has respawned here as Sicilian na nabay sakto nga stack as both of our teams is taga-standby lang and open pa ba ang atong AOG, and that's it, kilatag na tayo ni Angeli as we go for a top, but also Shazumi wants to go in, and now look at that, that's a kill there by Mitsuki as we look at here, Zoe wants to go back, and also Angeli disseminated somebody again as Zoe wants to make Bawi, but now like she's the tangent grow again, and now Stewie will just survive on this kind of positions that she has. Oh, I thought mabigyan.
Happy pa dyan siya ma-take down dito ni Myresh with that beautiful blast lined up in that bush, but it will be an opportunity para dire sa ato mga taga-Vital Vipers to take down this turret sa bottom lane, and murag na scatter ang ilahang formation just because of the takedown nga gikuha dito sa ato mga Vital Vipers towards the healer, which is gonna be si Lucel.
Yes, they have been scattered na sa inato nga clashes kanina, but we will see if mapaldo na ba sila aling nga sa sunod nato na clashes. I mean, paldo of a wipeout, of course. And now, we'll see na unsaon nila as our items here na naanay War Axe ato nga X-Borg, CC, and also this kind of barats is also a War Axe also.
So, it's gonna be a bruiser versus bruiser fight, and we are gonna be expecting ani gem nga extended ang mga team fight kay both of them have sustains na ay mga mobility options na pwedeng i-offer ang duha ka teams, but it all comes down to the positioning, especially if sugdan na ni Angeli of commit sa iyang AOG murag na rattle gusto ko ng ato mga taga-Mighty Teachers kasi after that takedown of Lucel on that last team fight, wala na sila kabalo kung sa ilang angay buhaton.
Shake, rattle, and walk ang ginahimo sa ato ang team teachers dire as our, as our Vipers here is now bearing their fang and showing how lethal they are. As you can see there, Peanut is now just getting her items carefully as our turtle here again has spawned, and look at our walking dinosaur Osaurus is just getting some stock.
Daytona being confident with the barracks is gonna be a real danger para sa ila, especially right now that ang atuang mga taga Vital Vipers are already positioning there is atuang my turtle pit, but ready rapod gyapon ang mga taga Mighty Teachers to commit onto this engage, especially right now nga pwede sila maglasing sanity, but
Surging Glow,
the Sanguine
AOG
and AOG to
bang
onto that one, but will still gonna be to secure that retribution against the Mighty Teachers.
As a moonlight of the gods and gamut was saved there, but still Turtle was secured by Yoshimate, and now look out here, and that's a kill sa atong third sa atong bottom lane, and because of that I think Stewie has this upper hand now kumpara ni Peanut.
Peanut struggling in the laning phase against Stewie because of ang tawag ni, if we are gonna be comparing their itemizations, mas layo of range si Stewie because of the Malefic gun, and then the empowered crossbow would just give him give her the unlimited mobility that she needs, especially
Oh!
Yaponing combined with the
Ow, Image! Sa si Sanity ang gamit sa Circling Eagle. Gusto gamit pero burst, but mabigyan na po si Mitsuki also. But look at that! Espers Ball gamit as ending has, but AOG pasulod na si Adele. But still, Angel, kay wala pa nakuha as Myrish will survive. And now mabigyan si Angel Taylor as nakita siya as she became a sandwich on such tragedy.
They are the Allied Health Sciences for a reason. Mga hiling galing, walay kamatayon, as it will be ato mga Cnpahs, makabawi-bawi na, and Shazome will have this turret taken down on the top side. Kay ang ato ang mga Mighty Teachers, they got bamboozled.
They are,
let's just say, dili di at mga Mighty Teachers, ang mga Mighty Teachers na nuan ang mga nahihiling.
Patola will serve again for CBA.
ilay patilaw sa ilang sakto nga lason og unsa ang ilang gihimo para makumit nila ang kada ugon. And now as they are just getting this kind of flashes, and look at that, Xborg, Cordilux wants to get in and poke them out, and because of that, boom, bali pagrabe nila.
Grabe kayo ilang pag-atras kasi it seems to be that they have been putting themselves in a top position, especially right now. Si Goldilocks, game mo ra sila, nakahumo kayo dito with the Sanguine Claw. Hindi siya ga-extinguish dire o iyang kalayo. However, naana po dire si Stewie. The storm is coming towards sa ato mga taga-Cnpahs, as it seems like they have been rattled and they are not gonna be able to take the role on this one with the Madara already on board para sa atua.
And now because of that, I think Stewie, the walking calamity, is the reason why the dinosaurs was in sync. And now so look at the Stewie wants to go out for a kill, but last insanity was used by Goldilocks to secure this Madara lang nila.
That was quite a bad decision para dito sa atong mga taga-Cnpahs. Ila kay nahadlok sila sa last insanity nga gihatag dito sa ato ang Xborg nga si Goldilocks, and it eventually led them to be dropping off that board contest. Pero tuwa na dito sa atong taas, si Peanut ginaipit-ipit ang atong mani, wala jud na take down.
Thankfully for that Aegis, Peanut's hit points was saved, and also if nasunod gamay si Stewie in a split second lang for sure papatay siya if nego siya atong higambana. But still, it's a battle of the instincts between the Snake and the Mighty Teachers.
Ang nakalindot mangod kang sa hero ron ni Stewie kay para if ever may go siya giganba na naaman siya purify, so matangtang dayon na niya, and he can continue with a heavy crossbow even though if the situation does not really favor them. And if we are gonna be checking their itemizations right now mga kaigsonan, tawag ko na si Halbert pa dyan siya. How will the Hanabi respond to that? Nga matangtang dayon na niya anti-CC, and tuwa na po si Goldilocks on the backside try to create a flank angle para dire sa ilang mga taga-Mighty Teachers.
And now because of that, Madara demolish one turret here as our Mighty Teachers are slowly demolishing also sa ating mid sa mga Villar. It's a building some momentum here ang ating mga Teachers as they will get this turret pop, but on damage also sa atong bottom lane, and that's it. Nari momentum mga atong Mighty Teachers.
Dito na natapos ang attempt sa atong mga taga-Mighty Teachers, pero wala rin po naman dire si Stewie, at they are gonna be trying to take down dire ang atuang Hanabi. However, naradayon ang backup immediately mga taga-Cnpahs. Ila dyan protektahan dire ang atuang Peanut, because it will be the moment of truth as the AOG will be landing through, pero delikado kay dire si Goldilocks as he ran out of the Piraga Arbor, but he will be gaining it again. The bad impact will also be there, and murag buhay sila dire.
And now because of Sejame killing them all, although nagkamit ni Mitsuki ang guiding win, but still our Mighty Teachers are on a rampage and wants to win this with the last insanity. And that's it. Make this a double kill of gold.
That one out as they have the wave, and Myresh could not do anything at all as atuang mga taga-Mighty Teachers will push forward for a 2-0 advantage.
And that's a 2-0 now. Game point ang ato ang Mighty Teachers as they are knowledgeable enough how to make an antidote of this kind of venom that our Vipers had.
The end of the game with an official wipeout in there. kuan ginapakita na po ni Stewie nga siya ang hari or ang queen sa atong gold lane sa ato ang 2024-2025 Norsu main Intramurals.
And as I look at that, 8-4 ang ato mga casualty kills diya. But still, it's not about the kill. It's about the objectives as you will destroy your enemy's turret base at what we saw earlier. Ang pinakalas nga Last Insanity has finished the game off at that that whirlwind of theirs. And also, the Walking Calamity just ended the game with a heavy crossbow on that turret.
As they get overheated sa skills ni Expert, na pop out ang Last Insanity and secured 2 kills and there hindi na pinalagpas, gi-end na nila ang dula.
And look at that, a Walking Calamity, Miss Silwy does it again
with a KDA of 105 ang Kalea Dere.
Well, let's get back right back. Let's get back nasa ato ang banning phase as our lethal Vipers are the first pick and now they ban 1-1 of Stewie na diri.
So, panahon na siguro para mapil ko sa pick and ban discussion mga kaigsonan. As we are now gonna be able to see the 1-1 has been removed para dire sa atong mga taga-Vital Vipers. What will be the next decision, conscious decision para sa ilaha kay murag ditapot ang atong dula, nawala atong internet siguro. If I'm not mistaken. But, oy Tora, nagpadayon na di ay. It was all just a ruse. Nagpadayon na ang atong pick and ban. And Mitsuki on the other side is delegated to, uy, nawala dito ita kay wala ka ba ng atuang sa pikasay.
Wala ka ba? So I think kasabot-rabot na sila dito sa stage because we have marshals there nga makasabot-sabot lamang sila dito.
So maybe kaning Kagura is a targeted ban towards that Vital Vipers kay napansin ako nga na sila somebody nga kabalong modula og Kagura.
Ito's Mamushi.
That is gonna be correct. And if I'm not mistaken, uy, chlorine ban para diri sa atong mga Cted. They are educated enough nga if yatag ninyo ang chlorine and naka-utility jungle gyapon diri ang atong mga taga-Vital Vipers, eh hiling-galing ra gyapon ang resulta na.
Hiling-galing with Bloom will be the answer if Namo Sato cash it. But still, Peanut na, will they still secure this, what you call that, a kind of Hanabi? As what we saw in the early stages, especially this round 1, Peanut is just on the kind of, Hanabi. But still, Yoshimate still Xborg ni Goldilocks.
Grabe kayo ang ilang mga formations na pwedeng i-pull off the race. Especially that si Yoshimate will be having herself with the Xborg again. This is the third time nga Xborg nagapon ang ipili sa atong mga taga-Vital Vipers. Meanwhile, ang atong taga-Cted, finally, a change of atmosphere para din kay Stewie as he or she will be having the Brody. And di po na ito makount out ang Matilda ni Lucel.
Oh, that's it. The Suez, Brody, and the Matilda of Lucel might be the answer of Yoshimate's XB as Angel here and Mayrish would shows their hero. And I think, yes, that's the investment mage there, the Sicilian with skin of Hizuka. And also, again and again, Peanut will use the Tanabe first.
Tuwa na, gipagawas na ni Peanut ang iyang signature nga Hanabi alongside with Mitsuki on the Sicilian. But, feel manguna ako ang mga taga-Cted, nabasa na nila kung unsay intent dire sa atong mga taga-Vital Vipers. They will have to rely upon the ability of Peanut to outplay the opposition, but knowing Stewie, ingana ko niya playstyle, mura na sila kuan kaning mga tawag nato sa physics galing unmovable object meets the unstoppable force.
Mga inertia iba ang ipakita nila as they will pick CC ni Shazumi just to get, safe pick man po ang CC natin in the early stages is because if not ay XP laner nga gahi, Shazumi can easily just poke it out using that yo-yo blitz niya. But now look at that, ginabaan nila ang Goldilocks na Hayabusa.
So Hayabusa's Goldilocks has been taken out alongside with the Lucas.
Oh!
But this could be
Oh!
a rally para kay Goldilocks or maybe a Suyo, depende na lang. But it would be a bit interesting if pani yang pilion kay mayo maka early invade ang pani especially against a slow jungler nga pareha ani nga X-board.
But still, look at Goldilocks. Hilig, pakilig. I thought funny na, but still, gamit ang Mamushi o swap. And because of that, I think that is a gold combo ba para nila. Pero we'll see if unsaon na nila as Angel here will just use this Digi.
Alright, so apparently, murag nag-hover around there is si Angeli. Maybe dili na siya magatot catcha, but still, if it's gonna be open to ana ang atong dinosaur nga Barats but gatot catcha will be the final option with my reach. Also expecting this Carmilla Sicilian, the double C combination.
The double C, which is a Blood Oath and AOG. If mo connect sa dito, it will finish it off with the last Insanity. And also, Higambana, may gusto sa likod ra. And look at the pinakalas, ang Bat Impact, ang muhapak. But still, unsa kay sagot ni Goldilocks on this kind type of combo. Dapat tayo makita nga Martes dire.
Now is an important moment para dire kay Goldilocks. She eventually chose the smartest even on a Wednesday.
The blue pick coming from Goldilocks.
Smartest on a Wednesday, it's such a bold move right now para dire kay Goldilocks. But the primary reason behind this is because iyang i-avoid ang mga every ability na murag matawag nato nga crowd control gikan sa Pika side.
And even though it's once to the day, Martes ang ilang gagamit. And but the other factor of that is that gahi man kaayo nga to ang mga lethal venoms dire, mga lethal vipers. So the question is, how can Goldilocks maximizes that dissemination of Martes?
So this is it. Match point para dire sa atong mga Cted, whereas Cnpahs are gonna be fighting through thick and thin as the gentlemen.
And now let's welcome sa itong Land of Dawn as our mighty teachers are on the game point na. Usta na lang kadaog and they will secure this kind of victory and will be named the finals champion of Norsu Intramurals Main Campus 2025.
Same naming style. Peanut versus Kiwi na Japon. Ang ato makita mga kaigsuunan. As much as they're able to witness right now. Kay naa na dere si Mamushi of Giselle magkubay. But on the bottom lane, it will be Shazome and Angeli. Again, for the third time in this Grand Finals.
Oh, this kind of grand finals na ipakita na nila as Peanut versus Suey again in our top lane. As usual, Lucelle is always on her side when it comes to getting just laning and objects. But look at that, the cold grab was acquired by Suey.
So, it's a little bit of a risky move para dito kay Snowy kay if mabandahan siya dito ni Peanut and then mo sunod tong passive, it would have been dangerous for him. But right now, dili siya hadlock ani, especially kay naadari si Goldilocks. But they have to be careful kay Myresh to target them with the Sanguine Claws. However, it will miss by a mile and they will be saved by the day.
Now, and because of that, they are very safe to go to the turtle within the 25 seconds na lang sa ato ang game time. But still, look at Myrish here. She's getting to stack sa yang Bat Impact as our bottom lane. Shazumi is on the bush, wants to provide some vision on. I think she wants to cut, but still, may Yoshimate nga padulong.
Dili nila madali-dali og cut lang sa bottom lane, especially nga si Yoshimate will be dealing pure damage against you. But if you're gonna be taking a closer look right now mga kaigsuunan, Goldilocks and Lucelle will be the first ones to arrive at the turtle pit, but they will cancel it out kay walay blue buff dere si Goldilocks. Meanwhile, si Yoshimate she's gonna be confident to approach this one, but I think the entire decision of the team is to have her blue buff or red buff available para in kaso mag-last insanity may extra damage siya nga pwedeng idol out.
But Yoshimate here wants to get some upper hand para makuha sa ato nga turtle, but still last insanity is still ready para makuha with that AOG, and now our turtle here was secured again. Yoshimate and the first one is dropped. But look at that! Look at those yin and yang as Yoshimate disseminates them, not only her but also Myrish and Mitsuki.
It's a pretty good start para dere sa atong mga taga-Vital Vipers. Their poison is slowly entering the system sa ato ang mga mighty teachers. I thought they were educated, but this time it will be a different lethality as 4 will be down. Ang masakit pa ato, kailangan yun ang turtle.
Anyat, because of poison, they have been dulled na gikan sa atong type of wands. But we'll see as Peanut, tabangan nagtulo. A Circle Ego was used also on Aegis. Won't make to survivor, but that's it. Metsuki wants to go for the front line, but still, the mighty educators are now slowly getting their brains in, and now they must slowly crawl out to their momentum.
Momentum base ang atong panagdula karon, especially right now nga si Stewie ug Sulicel will be trying to settle things down in here pa sa ato ang top side, noticing nga wala pa diri maabot si Peanut, but they have to be wary of the positioning nga pwede i-commit diri sa ato mga taga Cnpahs, especially right now nga labaw ang ato mga taga Cnpahs 4-1 against sa atong mga taga Cted. But on the opposite end, usa ka reaction play gikan sa ato ang Mamushi with that kanayang ginabuno-buno right now, and then mo-react ra na, ay naku po, delikado ang ato ang mga taga Cnpahs.
Ana, so as I said earlier, delikado gud makitaan ka dito ni Mamushi, but still delikado one side if makitaan ka dito ni Mitsuki is because pagbigyan na niya Angelis, AOG is still very ready, and now gamitan na po siya og follow up by Yoshimate's last insanity. You will be insane if may go ka dito nga combo.
It looks gonna be a quite
Oh!
insane combo as to
Sakit!
na nasatman dito si Mitsuki, and this time ang ato ang mga taga Cted will be ready para sa ato ang first turtle or second turtle rather, but I think it will all come down to how they will commit into these team fights, especially right now nga si Lucel sige rag salaag murag iya yung gipanindigan nga sa laagan jud ang usa ka Matilda with the guiding wind, and of course the ability to jump around the battlefield once again.
Once again, Yoshimate in this turtle buff, ready to take some part of it using the retribution, but still, Angeli will just go sa atong bottom lane as our Shizumi is just getting the steroid, and now it's a 4v4 situation when it comes sa atong turtle, but we'll see if how will they get into it and penetrate sa atong back as Yoshimate is still throwing those flamethrowers out, and now gamitan na po ang combo ni Mamushi, but still Mitsuki here is ready to throw that curse of blood.
Muna yung ginatawag nila nga yin-yang reaction every time nga mag-touch ang light and shadow gikan diri sa atong Luyi, but great back impact dito kay Mayresh para makita niya kung asa dapit nagpundo ang atong Brody, as it will be a crucial moment para sa
teleportation! AOG!
Teleportation, and AOG will be there.
Patay!
Mayresh will be able to take down Lucel on the opposite end. Goldilocks
Oh my!
secures the retribution.
Oh my god, as Goldilocks secured it, even though nagamit mo dito ang ato mga type of kills, and now that is 6-1 in favor of our Lethal Vipers as Sui again is now slowly disseminating the turret sa ato nga top lane, and now I thought nai-upper hand dito ang ato ang mga mighty educators, but still tungod manggod ani po the Angelis AOG, medyo hesitant sila kayo musulod.
Hesitant kayo na sila musulod kay dako kayo area effect ang AOG, and the knockup will last at least 1.2 seconds, but on the opposite end medyo alanganin sila sa cross map trade kay si Shazume yang gibuwat ay gi-take down na ang turret and bait out the opposition, pero delikado na rin ang position
turn apart
ni Peanut. The turn apart memory will not be successful.
Last insanity!
They almost extend that one out, pero tuwala
guiding wind,
and this is the
Patay!
moment that they have been waiting
Disseminate!
for, and si Goldilocks will be able to my rush on that turnaround play para sa ato mga taga-Cted.
Nice move there, Lucel, having your guiding wind. You have successfully evaded ang Yoshimi's last insanity, and because of it, medyo nakabawi-bawi mo. And look at that, Goldilocks respond to that kind of flashes. He got the hit points sa atong marriage, and iyang gipauli as Peanut here. Safe ra Japon siya gadula.
Very safe passage para diri kay Peanut, kay na-realize sa ato ang mga sa atong mga taga Cnpahs na even if maigo ninyo tanang abilities dito kay Peanut, one guiding wind away radyo na siya to safety, as tuwa na dito sa top lane, namatay na dito ang ato ang Hanabi.
An off-farm kill. I'm pretty sure gagamitan na po niya dito ang turn apart memory as Stewie wants to get Mitsuki, but Mitsuki sprints out and just gotta go back as, oh, look at that, better second, 1, 2, 3, but luckily our turn apart memory is not available, but my reach sa sulod ka go. But now look at that turn apart of memory is still out there with a corrosive abyss of 4 stocks, and that led to my Rish's demise. As Circle Eagle gamit sa bottom, but gamit sa tiring last inside but AOG they go lang sa wala, and now our mighty teachers is just making bawi with a thin and young connection, but still there are no casualties at ang bottom lane.
Sa man ninyo ng AOG nga nindot kayo kung sige nag-dash out dire ang atong Matilda kung nag+1 pa. Bale kung makumpara na nimo sa atong mga paninda, buy one take one nagyapon na sila, as it will be ang atong mga taga-Cted already creating an advantage. And look at that, ang atong mga outer turrets sa bottom o ang atong tanang outer turrets by the way sa atong mga taga-Cnpahs is already gone.
And now it's already on the side na po sa ato ang team educators as they are now on the lead. It's 2K Golden, and also they are the ones who are controlling the map as Deluxe wants to get in, but still Mitsuki is very squishy when he was hit by Mitsuki. But now look at that, oi, Sandrico will connect as Deluxe will just go back, but at yin and yang connection of blood, oh, there are just no casualties, and they will just go back again as Stewie will return apart memory, and they got the life of my Rish.
They will only be a part of their memory as he got torn to shreds. Gikan dire kay Stewie, and that was impressive of a play gikan dire sa ato ang mga taga sa atong mga taga Cted, as they
Cted.
noticed that Stewie has been the one zoning out instead of the CC nga si Shazome,
As
and
what?
it has been working wonders for them, pero
Oh!
medyo delikado ila
Again?
situation dire kay tuwa na pod 1
Again!
2 1
Two.
2 ang moral dyan kagaya po kanang sa WWE.
Turn over memory.
May tangtangan o kinabuhi, may gani na lang. Piraga armor ra ang nawala
Oh.
para ito kay Yoshimate.
And because of this bagyong Sewe, signal number 4 is on the run. Murag din na siya bukon ang ilang mga utok as they want to go for this champion and ilang gamiton ang Intramurals Championship 2025 as they are the ones who will reign on this. But now, was it the answer ba? As Peanut here kay naapasad our growing Lason.
So very good play. Gikan na rin sa ato.
Oh!
Cted. Tuwa na.
Oh!
Ilang gipungan diri ang wave nga maka-push forward. Kaya para matagaan o gigayon ang ilang kaugalingon wave.
Grabe.
Maka-create og pressure dire, but the response from Angeli just to clear that immediately warrants the attention of the
Oh!
Vipers. As well, now
Look at that!
Deluxe.
Look,
Perfect katala na kayo ni Deluxe. Tatawa ko na.
Deluxe. I think pod nagaingon na pod og chan aton diri nga mga Cnpahs Vipers nga defense because they want Deluxe to be choked out, and because of that our Madara is marching towards the bottom lane. As Stu here wants to get the Yoshimate with a lot insanity, but Yoshimate was killed our life sa atong Sewe.
Medyo greedy na kayo ang gibuhat ito ni Stewie, knowing that mapop up na ang Piraga armor, pero that's not gonna be enough as this is still gonna be the Madara that will take down that middle tier turret there sa atong bottom lane.
But
Meanwhile, on the top side, however, Chasume is still gonna try to take down the recipient.
Oh!
Naglabay sila
Oh!
ang skill dito, but he
Oh!
is
Sandwich!
surrounded. Unsa pa man
Sandwich!
kind of the ditso.
Peanut!
Lahat nahimong sandwich dito.
Fuck!
That's decimated.
Disseminated. And because of those kind of tactics that they had, Peanut was disseminated into small shreds as 4 of our team members from our teachers ganged her up. Oh, grabe.
Kalingkawas dito kay she lives up to her IGN nga ang peanut ipatunga dyan na sa ato ang mga sliced bread, therefore
Yes.
creating the peanut sandwich play. But
Oh.
one important thing para dire sa ato mga taga Cted is they want to be really careful around playing with Stewie because
Oh,
Stewie is
look at that.
really aggressive. Nagtawa ko na nabira siya sa hanging cross, nahapit pa dyan siya mabanatan nito, pero iyang intent dire kay kuhaan og red buff ang ato ang ex-board nga si Yoshimate.
I think Stewie here is just getting confident enough para musulod and not knowing na iyang i-calculate ang Sanjuin Claudery nga musulod and also sa Angeles. Oh! Oh! Well, you look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The TP has gone. Ilan ipagawas as they are freezing sa atong lane. As sila pati mga kono. Basta look at that. Eric Cash is coming to the side. And last insanity.
Kayo kay Tuan ang last insanity na napat yung immortality.
AOG!
Will be landing too. And then
Patay!
AOG! Nagabaan sila!
Boom!
Ang atong mga maestra!
Boom!
Kawasana! As
Nabali!
Kasi Shazume, naapat yung direction.
Nabali!
As it will be the torn apart memory.
Oh my God!
But she will be creating
Nabali!
an opportunity.
Nabali!
Wala! Nabali!
O sana lang ang nabilin sa atong mighty teachers. That poison dropped them enough, and those confidence that they had was the poison that they intake. Ang tungod na ato, our venomous Vipers will now dominate this battlefield jungle.
Lantawa na, sige mong tipi-tipi, napakakan mong bitin, tuwa na, nag-circling eagle na si Lucel, but it's to no avail. Kay para makabayad time lang para sa iyong mga kahuban nga makabalik diri sa ato ang Land of Dawn. As it was a disaster para sa ato mga Cted. As 11-6 is the scoreline. Ang mupabor dire sa ato ang mga taga Cnpahs.
As this venom is just slowly kicking in on the system sa ato ang mga mighty educators. So, the question here is that makapangita ba antidote ato mga mighty educators?
Murag makakita silang antidote and it will be a little bit too late. Kaya especially right now, nakafarm na diri si Peanut and murag iyang ginahapak-hapak ra diri si Goldilocks just to scare her off of that occasion. Pero the primary situation that presents, it's gonna be Stewie taking that
AOG!
one, pero the AOG will be landing too kasabay sa pag-commit nila sa last insanity, and this is insane move.
Save!
Sila kay wala rin piraka armor diri si Yoshimate.
Oh!
Will be an opportunity.
Oh!
But the Cted
Run!
continue pushing with the momentum on their side.
Run!
At Shazume, di ko
Oh.
na makamustanan ang atong panagdula.
Panadula pa, pero look at Lucille here is very aggressive. Ang gusto to make bawi as Baguio Stowaways and God position wants to get to the Angeli. But look at that, vengeance was used without having any turn apart memory. So we'll just go back.
Great timing on dodging whatever was incoming para direct sa side sa atuang mga taga-Cted. As it seems like once that they have exhausted the Piranga armor din ni Yoshimate, ang ato mga taga-Cted was ready to bounce back. They are not really afraid of what is going on para dire sa ato mga taga-Cnpahs. They are prepared for whatever venom that they are gonna be striking towards their hearts, as they may have the elixir of life right now, and it's only gonna be around 60 seconds before mag-spawn ang atuang third lord in this game number 3.
And now, kalma sa ta. Kalma sila kayo. Init ra kaayo ang dula nga nakita nato kanina. As we will have a disciplinary playsal incoming from our educators here. Pero Tora, gusto ko bigyan si Yoshime. Anot ka na ra, pero AOG! Mukulit sa natalo. And that led to the demise as our Vipers did something. And now, Sanjuin Claw, a 2v5 situation.
But that's not gonna work on us, as we have the Sanguine Claws and everyone is alive para diri sa mga taga-Cnpahs as the venom
Oh my God!
most lethal when you
Oh,
are
Sanjuin!
down and you don't have the numbers at all. As Cnpahs,
Siya na lang usa.
and this is reminiscent to Star Wars Episode 2. The Emperor strikes back. The Emperor is alive.
Oh!
Kicking. And the
Oh!
insanity.
Nagamit! Hoy!
Mawala dito.
Patay!
Ayun na ba
As your
dito?
grips!
And Cnpahs will extend it to game 4.
We will now proceed sa ating game number 4. Oh my God, what just happened? What just happened? As our venomous Vipers did some little shots on that mighty educators, and maybe napalalom na sad sila. As you can see in our match details, we have here our MVP, which is the expert.
At last clash na ang atong AOG ni connect sa tulo, and more day to winning condition nga kailangan sa atong Cnpahs sa ato ang dula, and there wala dili successful ang ato ang team Cted na masweep ang ato ang Cnpahs. And right now sa ato ang MVP sa ato ang third game, that will be Yoshimate. Yoshimate with carry of 4-0-10. Wow, wala man deaths dito sa X-Board, showing nga his comfort hero na si X-Board.
And now we will just have a 5-minute break as our casters kay mo paway
Championship. And for the second band sa ato ang Cted, I think bibasod iba na nila ang kuano ang
but now
heroes na pod ni
I think it will be a Lucas lagi. Lucas is a very good boundary coming from the hands of our team mighty teachers.
yeah, maybe for this one they will now ban again ang Kagura ni Mamushi, knowing nice kind of performance sa Kagura pick ni Mamushi. Let's see if they will ban ang hero. And
Now,
yeah, we predicted they've banned the hero of Mamushi. And for the first pick of our team Cted, I think they will have this 1-1 na open ng
oh my God! Stu is 1-1. The Calamity Zyklone using the crossbow of Tang would be the game ender, especially on those previous days kay gamit niya. And she has proven enough nga one of the best players in Norsu campus when using 1-1 is Stewie.
with the playstyle of Stewie that is very aggressive, no? If kaya musukol siya bisag wala siya kauban, and if ever manggali kani si 1-1 kay makalupad sa ultimate, igo pang makaapas iyang teammates sa ilahang clashes.
But our couple combo here would be the Carmela and si Cilion. Knowing bitaw nga if you will we will pick these two heroes, maduwa nga gusto ka skill, which is ang Carmela kay makaon sila and they can throw it out. As look at that, unsa kay sagot sa tuwa nga si mighty teachers ani.
And for their double pick, sinagutan ito ng Digi ug ang ato ang Vexana. Nice bito kay pick ni Vexana, no, with this Eternal Guard and iyahang first skill. You can funnel those CCs and igo pa makatabang og follow up atong mga kauban. Pero you know, this Digi is a very early pick, knowing wala pa kayo CC ang ato ang Cnpahs, but knowing kani si Carmela manggod ang iyang blood oath, once ni connect ni sa ato ang mga teammates, the damages will be connected. And right now gisecure lang ni Peanut ang iyang signature pick na si Hanabi.
Oh my God. Makuha na nila. And still, as you look at this, Stewie and Lucelle for sure will be a combo, especially having that time's journey para lamang din ma-stand si 1-1. Also, she has enough time para makabuo sa iyang crossbow of Tang.
But right now sa ato ang second phase of banning ang ato ang Cnpahs, ban ang Hayabusa na comfort pick ni Goldilocks. And for the last ban sa ato ang Team Mighty Teachers, it's the Katot Kacha, which is muto yung nagpapili sa ato ang last class as that greatest AOG of all time ni connect sa tulo ka buok.
As we know, Angel here. Angel was the answer, or Angel was the key to some kind of little passes. But look at that, from Gatot Kacha, ilay gamit na karon ang ato ang Mathilda.
Wala taga-expect og Mathilda pick since nag-pick na sila Carmela. So I think this Carmela pick ni Mitsuki will go to an XP lane. Pero a debut pick!
New to our eyes, this is the debut pick of our Mathilda. And because of that, igamit na nila kay si Peanut is a shield base marksman, also having his Mathilda shield. It won't give any good para nila. And also look at this Goldilocks with that Fred Rain. So I think on the side, dahil naman sa Mathilda, I'm on the side of the mighty educators na.
Nakabante na bitaw sa pattern ang ato ang mighty teachers sa ato ang enemies, no, always relying on shield type of plays, and they've learned a lesson. They're using this Esmeralda. And for the last course of our heroes, we have the Fredlin and the Barats.
Look, I don't know if how will they capitalize this damage.
And we have si Peanut, Wilson Nabi, Myrish, Cecilia, Mitsuki, Mathilda.
Sa atong mga unsang parte sa kalibutan. na nato ang ikaw pagkatula.
CCJ.
This is between Cnpahs and Cted, and Cnpahs was able to pull one back out of that decisive victory on game number 3. But can they continue the momentum to move forward and force a game 5?
Cariño.
A small momentum is the only thing that they need for them to get a snowball, as Shazumi here and Angeli is having a 1v1 situation on the top lane. As you can see, Shazumi is still doing her thing, being aggressive.
Really aggressive is the approach that they are gonna be partaking into, especially right now na medyo naka-complacent ang atong mga taga-Pikas side, which is gonna be taga-Cted. And to me, that tells a lot because if you're gonna be that complacent, you have to be able to pull off the strings, especially right now. Medyo delikado ang kinabuhi ni Repeat at may gani na lang na asya barrier ato.
Yes, and because of that, it can easily save Sue's life. And now look at Yoshimate here, wants to get in with that kind of gold crab. As now, level 1 pa dahil si Peanut, no? Grabe siguro ang pagbibisit ato sa ato ang ni Lucel, as Shazumi is going on the backlines now para makakat and easily get this experience crab. And I think nabatahin mo on nga type of sandwich nga execution.
Maybe in the latter stages, makita natin dire kung unsa ka importante ang ilang mga execution. But for the meantime, the primary objective right now focus on the first turtle nga maabot.
Oh.
Ang positioning dire karon ni Lucel kay kinahanglan jud kayo ang times journey kung dive in dire sa Shazumi, and of course mo in entry po si Goldilocks.
And it needs some entry of Goldilocks para lamang makuha ng turtle, having that massive, many kinds of crowd control capabilities. I think he has the upper hand when it comes to kind of turtle clashes, especially with that appraiser's route is online. But look at that, Angela here, can I beat the sound ready? Go with my cross up that, assail, reverse time, and gamit to, and look at that! Oh! Appraiser's route!
Dito kay Mayres, balik mo din ang kasablan at yung to really turn it around. And ang ato ang mga taga will be striking them like really hot to high price right now. 3 will be gone, and surely enough, this turtle is secured. Make it 4 for them. Nabuhay ka lang ang Easy Lucel, but this is another kill as the time journey will be committed. And ato ang mga Cnpahs still alive and kicking in game number 4.
What a nice bait there, Angeli. Having your cross of blood na latag in the last minute. That was the answer of their, group attacks. And because of that, nakabawi-bawi pa mo. Having bara sa atong backlash, also may rage. So with those bad impacts, and boom. Your damage was
Timely kayo ang gibuhat na save dito ni Cecilion towards that Carmela. And then the re-engage iyan gibuno balik dito kay knowing nga na sila Curse of Blood and the Blood Oath as well. That was the pivotal turnaround that made it possible para sa atong mga taga Cnpahs to take advantage. And as what you can actually see right now, ilang pinaka-primary weakness kanon kay kung walay times journey si Lucel, mura siya walking gold.
Oo, lagi walking bounty. Kung baga, sabi nga nila sa topic natin, Shazumi versus Angeli wants to get some kind of casualties, pero still, Shazumi gusto lamang kuhin ang kanyang creeps. At dahil doon, tingnan natin kung anong gagawin ni Yoshimate at ni Mitsuki. At nga si Goldilocks will just get the buff nga kailangan niya.
As what you could actually hear right now, mga kaibigan, you will be able to hear the crowd roar for the supporters of both these teams. As right now, we might be starting yet again, or kumbaga, magre-reset na naman ang mga objectives dito para sa ating dalawang teams. At mukhang hindi na nga nila matatake down ang isa't isa kung wala talaga itong turtle na to.
Ang turtle ay mabubuhay na within 20 seconds lamang sa ating laro. At Thunderbelt ay nakuha din ni Shazumi as our Yoshimate here para lamang gusto apakan silang lahat. At yun na nga at ang bat impact ay tatama nga. At dahil doon si Stewie ay gusto lamang kunin ng kanyang gold items para para lamang makapagpuna ng magandang damage kung kailangan na siya.
Importante talagang major damage na kailangan ko i-contribute dito ni Stewie, especially na hindi siya nag-boots. He
Oh,
will be relying upon the movement on her
Attack speed.
attacks later on as we are now going to be starting this second.
Oh!
Mukhang ito na nga.
Coach Blast,
Sinubukan na nila.
Circling
With
Eagle.
the Eagle. Ano pa
Barats!
dito with the EG boy.
Times journey.
Yung kanilang times journey.
Oh my God!
Pa sila doon.
Oh my God!
Si Stewie ay wala na. Basta
No!
pa. Si Samuel.
Massacre!
Ang napakasakit pa, Kuya Eddie. Si Goldilocks. Tatakbo na.
At gusto silang apakan ni Angeli Bastille dahil nga sa ating Curse of Blood, lahat na nga ay makukuha na lahat at makasalaw sa ating bawat impact as Yoshimate ay makukuha ng ating pagong.
Napakaganda ng re-engage na ginawa doon ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs. Realizing that, okay, mawawala si Mitsuki but it will give an opportunity para dito kay Angeli to have that Curse of Blood and timing enough. Dinalan pa naman doon si Yoshimate on that engage. The Daytona's welcome was the one that isolated one of the members galing dito sa ating mga taga-Cted. And mukhang makikita na natin.
Oh!
Ano magiging
Off
resulta
from kill!
dito? As mukhang mawawala na naman si Stewie.
Dash.
Nakapula na ang bagyo.
Bagyong Stu parang nawawala na at akala nga natin nung una na si Shazumi ang sagot kay Peanut at dahil nga sa ating top lane ay parang naglulure lamang or nagpo-provoke lamang sila na gustong pasukin ni Angeline at dahil doon si Shazumi nakaikot sa ating mid lane at dahil doon sa Wigo ay nagko-connecta na but still the Goldilocks ay gustong kunin ang ating Mutsike pero online pa rin ang ating Guiding Wind at dahil nga there are no casualties left sa ganong kind of flashes. Yun nga, item check muna tayo.
Dalawang Thunderbelts sa panig ng mga mighty teachers as alam nila na it will take a long time for them to be able to take down Yoshimate especially on the skirmish and of course malaki na yung Barats. Medyo alanganin akong sabihin yon pero malaki na talaga ang Barats dahil sa panig niya mga kaibigan and medyo nag-aalangan din sila dahil sa Curse of Blood na pwedeng i-commit dito ng isang Angeli pero mga may makikita tayong
At-
nag-away dam naman dito sa may bandang baba.
Kaya nga dahil nga sa ating stars na nakita natin si Warren, post pa utang ay ginamit ha. Meron ka ba makuha pa still? Sobrang taba at tigas ng ating Barats at gusto nga nila ang kunin at gusto na para vote. At gamit ang Sherry, mababak na lamang sila at gusto ni Barats na swallow but still there are no casualties na naganap.
Wala mga guard ang Barats doon. Na-cancel din ang pagtalay ng ating Carmilla. And yung impact
Oh!
si Sindion medyo na-mute.
Lumapit!
Pero it will be the energy eruption para dito kay Goldilocks. At mukhang sisimulan na yata ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs ang pagtusok ng kanilang lason dito. Pero mukhang ang ating mga mighty teachers naman ang makapapanimula as Stewie will be finding his path or her path dito sa may Gongpagong pero na-realize nila na okay, aatras na lang muna ang ating mga taga-Cnpahs kasi Goldilocks na lang ang mabe-bait out ng ating turtle.
As Goldilocks is securing the turtle, nandun na nga sa kanilang posisyon at tingnan lang nga natin, ito si Yoshimate having ang kanyang aura lamang ay sila ay mapapa-atras at para tayong bumabalik ika nga nila sa ating Jurassic era at dahil doon it's the time of the dinosaurs na having this kind of Jurassic girl which is Matilda at itong Barats na sobrang laki, sobrang taba at sobrang tigas.
Ayun na nga, medyo matigas, medyo makunat at medyo malaki na din ang kailangan nilang hahabulin kasi lumalamang na dito ang ating mga taga-Cted or ating mga taga-Cnpahs rather. But yung Madara, hinahayaan nilang mag-reset kasi nalalaman nila na kapag wala silang Curse of Blood baka ano lang sila, lalamunin lang sila talaga ng energy eruption galing dito kay Goldilocks at ang masama pa baka maglanding pa ang kanilang appraisers.
Sobrang mautak ng ating team nursing dito, partner. At dahil nga doon, di nga sila pumapalag pag walang Curse of Blood dahil yun lamang yung key factor para sa kanilang win of flashes. Look at that, Sanjay Go with the Mote de Mamushi and that's also a successful execution.
The execution para doon kay Pamushi as tanging EG Boy na lang ang matitira at mukhang eto na nga ang sisimulan na ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs ang ating unang Madara. Kaso nga lang, para bang commenter dito si Lucel nagsisend star sa comment section, baka naman maka-earn tayo through monetization. Mga kaibigan, mukhang eto na si Goldilocks.
Oh! Patay! Time journey!
Eto na nga.
Wala pa. Wala pa mga casualty na naganap doon. Akala nga natin ay papasok na si Yoshimate dahil ready na siya mag-swallow and spit. But Mitsuki is very low, kaya di nga sila nag-commit ng parang gamble at di sila susugal at dahil takot silang magbigyan at doon na nga Goldilocks ay may dominance sa ice at also Stu here ay nakapag-item na ng kanyang Wind Talker.
The wind talker is gonna be important para dito kay Stewie because additional movement speed naman yan. And of course, the attack speed is also gonna matter kasi nga mas mabilis siyang makakadash.
Oh!
Pero eto na.
Clashing na nga! Eternal Guard! Patay! Oh! Sakit!
Oh! General moves. Mario.
Bakit? Ang kanyang estado mga kaibigan ay makikita natin.
Ilang stack ba yan?
Malapit na sa 200.
200 na stack ng ating Sicilian at dahil nga doon meron na tayong enough damage para patumbahin ang ating sides sa mga teachers at Yoshimate as nakikita mo is nag-glide lang habi na misdirection but look at Goldilocks here just being low. I don't think na kayang tapusin to as our Bagyong Zoe just getting her item and on the good position just to use his crossbow of tongue gamit ni Peanut at dahil nga doon meron na tayong magaganap na type of good position at loss of that crossbow of tongue pero nakain nagkagamit ang sumutang sobrang laki ng damage at dahil doon napahil pa nga sila Eternal God nagamit na yan at dahil loss of that kapag na wala gagamit natin time journey but still there are no casualties na naganap.
Mukhang natigilan ang mga attempt doon ng ating mga taga-Cted kasi na-realize nila yung mga taga-Cnpahs tinatangke lang yung crossover of dang galing dito sa isang Stewie.
Oh!
Mukhang may takedown na naman sa ating mga turret na mangyayari. Pero
Patay!
delikado dito
Ata!
si Perez. Wala siyang mana.
Wala.
Falling Star move. Mag-release pa. Reset na
Yoshimate!
naman para sa dalawang team na to.
Yoshimate!
Mahaba pa ang ating labanan. Mahaba pa.
Oh, reverse time!
Pero mukhang isa na nga ang mababa.
Patay!
Mababa.
Yung dinosaur!
Dinosaur. Pero ang ganda ng knock-up doon ni Mitsuki on that certain goal.
And look at here, Steven Grebe goes for that. Nakapag-ultimate. Gustong pasokin ang mega na double kill. As they all got that, they are now in favor sa ating Lord. Ang gustong tapusin ang Mushi. And again, nabigyan pa nga ang ating mage sa kamay ni Myrish. But still, our Lord will fall by the hands sa ating mga mighty teachers.
Unang madara sa ating mga guro dyan, mga kaibigan. Ang mukhang ito na nga ay mapupunta dito sa ating top side. If I'm not mistaken, ayun na nga. Madaraw with the Cnpahs may naglalakad. At makikita na naman natin kung gaano ka-effective yung mag-zone out doon ni Shazune para mapigilan ang pagpasok at ma-takedown din nila si Yoshimate on that specific occasion. As we check on their itemizations, pampakunat na lang talaga ang kailangan nila.
Oh
para kay
my
Yoshimate.
God.
Kasi they will be relying upon the damage, the unlimited damage capability of Myresh on this Sicilian.
Look at Sewe here. Discarding pero nga.
Pero delikado pa nga sila kasi meron pang makukumbit at sa Idolis Wild
Patay!
makakain pa.
Spit!
Sa Angel Boy.
Sa likod!
May crossbow down pero hindi pa mawawala. Si
Patay!
It will be Myresh. Ang makakain
Again!
ngayon. At dalawa pa ang mawawala sa ating mga taga-Cted.
Akala ko nga meron pa doong chance ang ating mga mighty teams para basagin yung turret but still that's a counter attack ng mga AOE damages by the hands sa ating mga Cnpahs Vipers. But because of that, look at Mitsuki here just having the guiding wind now. As si Shizome ay gusto nga nilang bigyan patigang baray di tumama sa kanila. Ay! Pinasok ni Goldilocks ng apat! At dahil nga
At siya na nga ipapasukin.
Patay!
Kaso nga lang, nagbigtis sila. And then, will be the ultimate galing dito kay Jose. Pero back to me.
Look at Stewie! Stewie!
Pero si Stewie sa may bandang likod. Kaso si Shazumi naman ang magiging
sobrang galing
and Stewie will just prevent that disaster from unfolding.
na palalim si Goldilocks para pumunta siya sa Pacific Ocean. Ang gusto nilang bigyan si Angela but still crossbow utang is still online but vengeance was used sa ating middle lane. Look at Myrish but still also but that bot impact gusto nilang bigyan nga silang lahat as Deok at Zoe just getting those kind of damage na kailangan niya para mapaburst down lamang siya and we will now have a calm team fight.
Pangalawang beses na naliparan ni Stewie doon ang ating Carmilla pero nag-vengeance lang at nag-revitalize din ang kanilang Matilda, which resulted to negating the damage of the crossbow of Tang. Now, it's up to them kung ano magiging desisyon nila, especially kung makuhuli sila dito sa Yoshime. Buti na lang, wala pa siya Daytona's welcome, kundi medyo delikado doon ang ginagawa ni Stewie.
I think the one who's in the upper hand dito ay wala pa. Di pa natin alam. Let's look at those kind of gold lead and items. Parang sila lang. Pero di natin kakaika nga itong si Stewie ay meron ng item. Isa na lang ang kulang. I think this is the physical penetration. So we'll see if anong gagawin niya dito.
Kailangan yata niya maka-unlock ng Malefic Roar para mas tumama yung kanyang mga pana na ganoon. Tingnan mo.
Kulang.
Kiliti lang dito si Yoshime. But that was all just a ruse para ma-bait out dito. Buhay ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs.
Madara!
Ito na, Madara, mawawala pa.
Ba't pinasok?
Papasok sila.
Ba't pinasok? Again! Mali!
Ang matatapos doon.
Aray ko na po!
Na hinahanap ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs as matatamaan si Lucel.
Patay na rin!
Ba't ang ating Quago?
Dahil doon, that was a bad move coming from our educators, knowing the fact that you got this kind of load at knowing na wala kayong mga ultimates, but kayo pumunta sa kamay nila.
Alin nyo pa kung yung Lord Madara kung nandito naman ang buong barkada ng ating mga Cnpahs at mukhang tatapusin na nga nila. Walang magdedepensa. Iisa na lang si Goldilocks pa with the Circling Eagle.
Oy! Nadaf! Again! Para patay! Bastel! Oy! 1-1! Bagyo Stewie! Saan ka pupunta? Saan kayo pupunta? Andito na yung Stewie, ang ating Lord. Siya na lang mag-isa sa ating top lane. Buti na lang nakadefender si Goldilocks. As tatapusin na to ng ganitong professor.
Ito ni Angeli, kung makakalipad naman dito si Stewie. Ito na nga, crossbow of Tang, magiging available.
Again!
Sa bahay ng paglabag ng Curse of Blood. Kaya pagtapos ng larong ito,
3, 2, 1. Pero, tignan nyo! Tignan! Ano ang gagawin? Hindi! Hindi na again! Akala ko tapos na! Pero anong ginawa nila? Hindi sila nag-humble!
Wala kami pakialam kung kami ay mapahaos na. Kasi nga, napakaganda ng laban na pinakita nila.
Sobrang!
Akala namin si Stewie na ang magiging kampiyon. Pero hindi papayag si Peanut sa ganoon.
It was very unusual na ginagawa.
Laban ang ating scoreline, kaibigang Jen.
I think sobrang mali ng call doon, partner H2O. The best thing to do or the worst thing to do there was to get that turret now or the end, because it's 3 seconds pa para mabuhay ang ating enemy team. But still, laro nila yan.
Mistakes after mistakes, yun ang masasabi natin dito. Kasi nga, kung hindi nila pinilit ang ganun na posisyon, hindi magiging ganon din ang kanilang situation. Basag na nga ang kanilang base turret dito sa may bandang taas. Pero, ang kapalit naman doon ay wala ding base turret sa gitna ang ating
Stewie.
Cted. Pero si Stewie, sisimula na naman yata si Angeli. Pinipigilan nila na mamatay dito.
Patay!
Sa blood!
Nabigyan! Matilaw ka par, saan ka pupunta? Alam mo naman na yung 1-1 Canadian stocks, pero nasa posisyon si Angeli pa sa gilid. So di ka na makakuha na kayong stock. But look at us, Circling Eagle, gusto pumasok! Bastel! Huy!
Pero mga matatamaan sila rito.
Nag-audition!
Magpo-falling star moon pa si Shizume sa may bandang likod.
Oh!
Si Yoshime.
Oh my God! What's happening? Swallow?
Dito with the guard.
Times journey!
Pero ito, it's gonna be a field day para sa ating Alabi. At talagang
at dahil doon, ang ating mga ahas ata ang makukuha ng magandang what you call this, magandang momentum. At dahil nga doon,
natin dito sa atin ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs, pero medyo delikado ang kanilang posisyon. At Yoshime,
namatay!
That is immortality at he will be able to
Bara secured.
Wala lang pagdududa.
Hoy! Stewie!
The savior of the day. Mapipigilan siya.
Sobrang lapit, baka OT si 1-1 doon. konting-konti na lang at ede-disseminate na at makakitakim na sila ng bagyong number 4.
Bagyong Stewie na naman ang makaapula sa kanila, pero makikita natin ang ating Lord Madara nandito sa may gitna. Yoshimate sasamahan yata dito kasi napakalaki na ng kaniyang barrage, pero pinapalo-palo dito si Stewie. Nastandan pa ng stars.
Gusto
will be the decision. 4 na sekundos si Shazome before mabuhay, kaibigan.
it's 10 seconds para buhay si Shazome, pero we'll see if how well our teachers capitalize their kind of heroes and items as our Madara goes in the middle lane. 2 seconds, buhay na sila. And that's it. Gustong pumasok ang Sir Krigo Pasyon sa gusto nga nila.
Lahat ng mga bagay na to, pero na-break out ang kanilang time's journey. Pero
Patoy!
nagsusunod na dito.
Oh my! Oh my God!
Hindi magiging ilap. Hindi magiging ilap. As ladies and gentlemen, meron tayong Game 5.
We will now proceed in a game number 4. 5.
Game number 5. Right now, grabe kayong gipakita sa ato. Worth it ni siya nga finals as we are going to our game number 5.
Absolute cinema. Yun ang sinasabi nila. Pero alam nila kung paano gamitin ang momentum na yon. As makikita na natin dito sa post-game analysis natin, mga kaibigan. Nako po. Cnpahs down, but they are never out.
Look at that. 28 dahil in favor sana sa kill ng ating... Oh, I thought matatapos din natin mga educators, but still, that won't be enough as we will witness a game number 5.
Mukhang alam naman natin kung gaano ka-effective yung mga ginagawa nila, especially on the latest stages of the game. Kaso, kailangan natin i-honor kung sino ba naman ang nagsimula ng lahat at siyang tumapos sa buhay ng ating bagyo. Walang iba, mga kaibigan, iprepresenta ang ating MVP for game number 4. It's none other than the great Myresh.
Si Sicilian wicket up 7-2-19. With that game that officially reached late game, those stacks of Sicilian, those bats impact, punish ang mga tanky heroes sa ato ang heroes.
Kami ay napapagod na, pero magpa 5-minute break muna kami before natin tapusin ang lahat sa ating pang-5 laro. Game number 5, do or die.
Mabalik na sa ato ang dula in our drafting phase as we will see now here ang Peanut again sa iyahang Hanabi. And look at that! Yoshimate with that X-Borg!
Nga naman taong gihatang ninyo ng X-Borg towards ni Yoshimate. This actually means nga medyo kampante ra kayo mo anang inyong gidinulaan. And
Yes.
Mitsuki maybe will have her hands on that Carmilla again, or
But-
Angeli on that Gatot Kacha.
But as what you can see, medyo kayo si Angeli bitaw. Kaya when it comes to the crowd control heroes in the X-Plane, especially si Gatot Kacha, yun ang pinaka-forte. Since day 1 to this third day, Gatot Kacha is a consistent hero na ginagamit ni Angeli. But, Lucelle here, ang sa igamit. This kind of Mathilda and Mamushi sa investment mage. And Shazumi sa iyahang CC. Just to lanay sa ato ang Angeli. Just to melt this Gatot Kacha down slowly.
Murag, this will be the moment. Magtagalog na ba ta, Jem? Kay Murag Luoy kay si Regret.
Oh, magtagalog ba
switching
tayo?
to Tagalog mo, then 3, 2, 1, mga kaibigan. Nagbabalik ang inyong likod na si H2 Emperor, kasama dito si Jem Zoga.
Yes.
At eto na ang panghuling labanan. Shazome on that CC just to face off dito sa Gatot Kacha ni Angeli. At panay din ang pagkuha nila or pag-ban out ng linya dito.
At ang kailangang sagot lamang dito ng ating mga educators ay kung paano nila tutunawin itong Yoshimate at saka si Angeli. At yun na nga, nabaan na din ang bagyong Stewie na 1-1.
1-1 being removed from play is a good news para dito sa ating mga taga-Cnpahs.
Oh!
However, will it be
Bang.
enough para masagot nila ang katanungan na kaya na ba nilang i-push through and make an effort na panalunin ito.
Pero itong si bagong Stewie ay nakapag-irithel na naman. Sobrang lakas ng damage. Kung baga nga, ito ang game ender sa mga larong ito. Dahil since day one, if who has the irithel wins the game. Saksi ako. Dahil andun ako sa unang araw, pangalawa at pangatlo. Pero ano bang sagot nila nito? Will this be the Aurora?
Aurora Estes, pero mukhang back to square one, back to game 1 ang ating playbook mga kaibigan.
Oh.
As it will be ang ating Zas at Estes. Two godly creatures ba naman ang kukunin dito ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs. Literal na allied
Sobrang
health sciences kasi nga healing galing ni
Hiling
Ma'am Shu.
galing ni Ma'am Shu Mitsuki nga ikanganla. But si Goldilocks dito ay parang kukuha na nga ng suyo dahil sa tulong ng kanyang Blade Surge, sa kanyang Soul Saver and Evil Quiller, kayang-kaya niyang i-burst down at makatakas na din when it comes to hit and run capabilities.
Mga kaibigan, it is all set and we are ready to go. 5 laban sa 5 at ang ating panglaro ngayon ay ikalima.
Sobra.
Who will be crowned the champions of Women's Mlbb? Matutunghayan natin yan sa pagbabalik.
Sobrang sakit, nasakit at gustong manakit at init na init kahit na malamig. At dahil nga dito na natin matutuklasan kung sino na nga ang magiging kampiyon sa ating Intramurals 2025 Mlbb Women.
MLBB Women, ibandera ang MLBB ng mga babae. Pero mukhang ang tapang nila ay kasing tapang na ang mga lalaki. As pupunta na tayo sa Hidden Leaf Village. Can you please hear the crowd roar?
Oh, magingay na lahat as papasok na tayo sa Land of Dawn. At dahil nga dito, parang H2O Emperor, saan nga ba o sino nga ba ang nasa tawag dito more on the good side in terms of their hero picks?
Wala na akong pipiliin dito paring Jem kasi alam ko naman if it comes to the last game, bubuhos mo na lahat kung anong meron sa'yo. Shazume, Angeli, it has been the story 5 times in a row. Pareho na din sa sitwasyon dito ni Peanut and Stewie.
Ito.
Pero ano bang pagkakaiba ngayon? Will it be effective enough na gagamitin
Oh.
nila ang Blessing of the Moon Goddess mamaya? Kasi sisimulan dito sa may
Sobrang
bandang
sakit.
taas. Sobrang sakit ba naman ang ginagawa dito ni Lucel at Mamushi para lang mapigilan si Peanut na makascale against Stewie.
Si Stewie, sobrang mapanakit kaya pinatignan mo. 1/4 na lang ang kanyang life. It's a quarter of HP na dahil nga may regen na siya at siya ay pababak na lamang. At alam mo nga ba, Mr. H2 Emperor, kung ano ang kaibahan sa larong ito?
Ano yung pinakaibahan nito?
Ang pinagkaibahan nito sa ibang laro is that basang-basa nila kung paano maglaro ang mga kalaban.
Alam na nila yung playbook ng isa't isa, but it all comes down to the mental resilience right now as Myresh on this signature na ating parang Zas. As ganyan lang ginagawa niya, pero at in the opposite end, nagigain naman ng stacks dito si Mamushi.
At sa nakita natin sa previous days ay sobrang in-spam din ni Myresh itong Zas. Ito ay kinakatakutan nga ng ibang koponan at dahil dun parang napaban na din sa ibang laro. But as we can see here, Mitsuki is just having to babysit this Peanut na.
Peanut versus Stewie na naman.
So,
pero mukhang meron tayong gong na mabubuhay. 2 minuto ang ating inantay para magtunghayan. Usually sa mga laban nila sa 2 minuto talaga nag-unfold yung tunay na patayan, pero baka mapatagalan pa kasi nga nandito na ang kanilang mga tropa at si Myresh kulang pa sa level, baka matalian si
nalason ba?
Baka
Kaya!
nga, meron na.
Wala.
Sisimulan pa dito si Goldilocks, pero
Yoshimate,
medyo delikado kapag kanilang i-commit na masyado.
Sobrang lalim na si Yoshimate. Gusto ko at AOJ nag-amatay! At AOJ na si Kyo Dalori! Along sa turtle pala! At dahil doon, nag-amatay ng Mona Fugalis and that's it! Yun lang ang ginagamit na nila ng mas skills papunta, tapos back na din sila.
Ang ganda ng ginawa doon na AOG ni Angeli. Tiniming niya talaga na maliit na ang buhay ng ating turtle para man lang masecure niya ang kill kasi alam niya na medyo alanganin yung posisyon doon ni Yoshimate. But in this scenario right now, Mayresh, laban dito kay Mamushi, labanan kung sinong una makaka-burst down ng kalaban.
Patikasan na Mages sa middle lane, pamikrohan lang kumbaga kung sino nga ang makakuha ng minimal damage as Mayresh ay umiikot na sa ating top lane, but still Lucille has a vision of her kung kailan na dahil dahil sabay-sabay lang nga picture na nakukunik natin, and look at that, Stowy has got first blood and heavy crossbow and gustong patubis si Mushimate and make it double kill.
Nakakuha ng dalawa at wala na nga magagawa si Mitsuki with the blessing of the moon goddess. Anong blessing? Kami na ang mananaig, pero kailangan nilang patibayin ang kanilang depensa kasi nga yun ang nangyayari sa kanila. Nagiging complacent in some of these skirmishes at pinapabawi nila ang Cnpahs.
Yun na nga ang napalaan nila. Sobrang sakit ng pana dito galing ni Bagyong Stowy, and having a kill of 2 in the early stages, medyo malaki-laki na rin yung lamang sa ating marksman. Especially meron dyan dito warrior boots ay nabuo na din as Goldilocks has this hunter strike para lamang makapag-add ng penetration, also the movement speed sa kanila.
We are gonna be checking their item stations. Ayun pa, inuna ang Malefic Gun para ma-poke out lang dito si Peanut in a distance as part of the play din.
Yes.
Yung pag-guiding win dito galing
War
kay
Axe.
Lucelle. And mukhang War Axe na din ang kukunin dito. But ang pinaka ayaw talaga ng mga membro ng ating mga taga Cted ay mabigyan ng opportunity si Yoshimate na makapag last insanity doon sa likod nila as simulan na ng ating mga mighty teachers ang ating pangalawang pagong.
Kasi simulan na yung pagong nakuha kanina ng ating mga Vipers ang unang pagong, pero tignan natin kung paano kukunin ni Goldilocks itong turtle sa second na at habit and for exponent. Sobrang sakit talaga. Mapapanalam sila. Yoshimate gustong patawid si Shazumi, but Goldilocks is just focusing on this turtle na. As Stowy, nag-heavy crossbow, gustong pasukin with that revitalized, but AUG ay napatama na.
Pero mapaparusahan doon si Shazumi at mukhang eto na nga, goodbye you and me.
Patay ka! Patay!
Them to oblivion. Goldilocks, buti na lang nakadash out ka pa. Kung hindi, yataps ka.
Yataps ka. Dahil doon, meron naman tayong upper hand galing pa rin sa ating team. Mighty Teacher, but 1v1 ang nagiging naganap. At ito, stay away na. Gusto nang manakit ni Peanut at gusto niya mag-disseminate as her turret is open for demolition, but look at Goldilocks with the placers will connect as so sever also.
Buhay pa rin si Peanut. Mamshu ahil.
Sobrang intense ng larong ngayon at dahil sa heal galing ni Mitsuki ay napapasave na din niya si Peanut. Sobrang grabe nun.
Mamshu bahil. Sabi ng mga taga-Cnpahs, Allied Health Sciences ba naman ang kanilang bandara ngayon mga kaibigan. Pero Mamushi and Goldilocks, kailangan talaga nila mag-ingat kasi yung effectivity ni Goldilocks nag-fade out kapag late game na, pero late game insurance din naman ang magiging kapalit doon ni Mamushi. Pero meanwhile on the top side, Lucelle and Stewie mag-isolate at mukhang kakalma ang ating bagyo ngayon.
Kakalma muna sila as they are now playing in a disciplinary way as Lucelle just gave a babysit, but still ang makikita natin sa atong bottle lane is that Curtain's Call was used there by Shazumi para lamang sana mapatumba dito si Angela, but si Angela ay parang chinelas, sobrang kunat.
Sobrang chinelas tuloy. Sobrang kunat na para bang islander na chinelas. Pero kapag matatanawaan naman dito na si Stewie.
Stewie!
Ang kanyang sitwasyon.
Circling
Eagle ay hindi magiging active sa ngayon kasi nga tinapon ni Peanut yung kanyang higanba na para man lang ma-stop on extracts dito si Lucelle.
Plus of Oasis ay nakuha na ni Mitsuki dito at dahil dyan parang confident na din siya makapag-heal, having a kind of minimal damage CD reduction of this Flash of Oasis, and now open na din ang ating turtle para makipagbunuan sila dito.
Ang ating pagong pangatlo episode na to, pero dito talaga nag-unfold lahat ng mga laban nila at mukhang ready na ang ating mga barkada as it seems like ang ating si Halberd para dito kay Stewie ay na-unlock na. Kaso nga lang, nila ay nandito ang Less Insanity.
Teka lang.
Pero teka lang mga kaibigan. Titigilan nila ang kanilang mga sakupahan.
Tingnan mo, sobrang disiplina nila kung paano sila maglaro. Di kagaya kanina as parang sinisimula natin daw ang turtle sa ating kupunan na ating mga Vipers. Pero Mamushi wants to get it. Nagbabakasakali, pumasok pa rin. Eochi! Pumasok!
Pero napakaganda.
Night Marksman!
Naman nila doon. At mukhang matatapos
What?
na ang buhay doon.
Oh my God!
At si Mamushi ang
What a calamity! What a calamity!
What a disaster para dito sa ating mga taga-Cted. As akala nila, it will be a free edge. Pero dito naman sa may bandang taas, si Peanut nanininja-ninja lang against kay Stewie na nakatigre ng norte.
Sobrang ganda ng pinakitang counter-attack dito ng ating mga Lethal Vipers sa kupunan ng ating mga healing galing. At dahil nga, uy, ito pala, ba't nila binigyan ng heal type ang ating mga Cnpahs?
Binagyan nila ng heal time kasi nga, it's in their name, Allied Health Sciences.
Yeah.
Ulit-ulit nating pinopoint out yan. Gusto nila na mas tumagal pa sa ating labanan ngayon. Pero napakaganda.
Blaze Surge!
Ganda nung presence of mind doon ni Myresh na mag-drop ng ating ng ating minion doon.
Mga minion.
Ma-check kung sino ba ang nandun sa bush. Pero
heavy crossbow! Oy!
Ka ng papura!
Dominus down!
Pero
Stewie!
mukhang hahabol pa sila.
Oh!
Buhay pa nga. Pero
Blaze Surge!
ang paglabas. Pero meron
Moonlight Blessing! AOG!
AOG will burn them down.
Peanut! Peanut with a double kill. Gusto kong nalason talaga dito ng ating Little Vipers ang ganitong laro. At dahil doon, meron na tayong momentum lead by the hands of our Little Vipers. As you can see, Mamushi wants to get the thirst defended, but still it isn't enough para mababakta lamang siya. But still, turns die and 1v1 situation. Peanut versus Stewie. As Stewie will just go back and Peanut will demolish his tower that was left but unattended.
Na-flashbang ba naman doon sa may bandang taas at nandito na si Yoshimate darating para mag-provide ng cover. Kaso nga lang Mamushi nakasanguine plus pa at
Sakit!
nakakabulin pa with the back piece. Kasi nga, si Madara ay nandito na. Pero ang magiging problema nila ay yung itemizations. Kasi makikita natin, Grasp of Oasis, nandito ang ating Estes. At mukhang papunta pa yata yan sa fleeting time mamaya, kaibigan.
Sobrang ganda ng kanilang mga pinapakitang clashes. Kung Bisaya ka at kilala mo si Bait King, mapapasabi kang, Mi aoy!
Mi aoy! Sabak Daddy B!
Sabak Daddy B, as kita natin sila kung paano nila itong Lord mapupuna sa atong middle lane. Parang pina-pressure lang ni Yoshimate ang ating mga lanes. As you can see there, Mitsuki is just giving them visions, and also Lizelle is on the front lines giving some kind of visions for their teammates to reposition themselves.
Repositioning is an important factor, especially with that nightmaric spawn. Ang gulo-gulo ng ginagawa niyan, chine-check bush kahit sa layong ganyan. Nadi-disrupt yung initial plan at kayo dapat ay may multiple contingencies. Kasi makikita natin dito kung ano magiging
Stewie!
At Stewie papasok with a heavy crossbow. Ay,
Hindi pala.
Hindi pa.
Ano?
Si Stewie dito, mamaya na muna yan, kaibigan. Pero delikado siya dito kung hindi siya aatras kasi kumakatin na din. Dito ng ating nightmaric spawn. That's disiplinang Marino. Parang lang Onyx versus Twisted Minds.
2-2!
2-2.
Nalaso na nga sila dito as Cordilac securing this war axe, and now we'll see if may gank dito, knowing the fact that nasa bush na. And look at Cordilac with just the Blaze Surge para lang makatakas ba Shazumi. Nakita na si Angeli, and now with Yo-Yo Blitz ay mapapakancel na lamang. Sobrang galing.
Ang mga plano, canceled ang trip natin pa Boracay kasi nga sabi nila dito si Yoshimate medyo kumukunat na ang mga kaibigan. Kailangan nilang mag-ingat din kasi kapag darating na si Angeli, saktong hulog lang ng kanilang ng kanilang AOG, and that will be all. Thank you na lang para sa kanila. At namumula na ang buhay ng ating
Retribution contest.
Retribution is gonna be important. At mukhang ito na nga, paring Jeff.
Last Insanity! Nakuha nga doon ni Marcia the Lord ang Dazzle Kill. And nakita mo dito, our teachers are playing now progressively. Knowing Mitsuki isn't in the map, and now they are just chasing them down one by one, but they can do anything about that.
They cannot do anything about that kasi nga kahit na take down nila yung Madara, nanguna naman sila sa pag-take down doon sa mga tori sa bandang baba. At eto na ang pagsulbong ng ating mga taga-Cted kasi alam nila na kapag makaka-split push ang kanilang mga tropa, katapusan na.
Katapusan na nga ba nila? Sabi!
Oy, bahingan ba na? Na-activate ang kanyang Rose Gold Meteor.
Sobrang sakit! gustong manakit. Sobrang matigas yung pinapakita nila as look at that! Ikaw ba dito matters end? Oh! Back lang. Having that kind of guiding wind, it is a very big factor when it comes to crucial team fight, especially when you're in a disaster side.
Ako'y nagtataka bakit hindi dito inuna ni Mitsuki ang kanyang fleeting time. Alam naman natin na napaka-heavy assist hero ng isang Estes, especially on a team fight. Pero nire-respeto ko yung desisyon na kumuha ng Oracle para
Sakto.
mas malaki pa ang healing capability niya na ma-provide na para bang mga nurse ng ating pass.
Oh, mga momchi talaga. Gusto nila mapag-heal. So, that's why alam pala nila kung kailangan papasok at mag-back kasi alam nila yung capabilities na ating mga healing galing dito. As Stillway takes down the top lane turret. At now, dahil doon, meron na nga upper hand. But still, Peanut wants to go for a trade.
Napaka-close ng ating labanan at wala talagang nagbibigay kahit ni isang koponan na gustong matapos ito agad-agad. Gusto na naman nilang mapaos ang ating mga caster at umabot pa sa isa na namang absolute cinema. Mamaya ay makikita na natin kung ano magiging desisyon nila kasi sa 60 segundos na lang ang nakitira before mag-spawn ang ating pangalawang Madara.
Sobrang sakit ng kanyang sinema. Para nanonood lamang tayo ng MPL Philippines ba? As a 2-2. Just imagine that this is the Twisted Man versus the Onyx. And let's put Twisted Man dito sa side ng ating mga Vipers at sa ating mga Mighty Teachers would be the Onyx PA. So, we'll see if kung sinong mananalo dito. For sure, yun din yun sa kabila.
Lason, laban sa edukasyon. Pumili ka, kaibigan. Ano ba ang magiging inyong desisyon? As mukhang sisimulan yata dito ni Myrech na dahan-dahan na mag-split push at mukhang parang itim na pusa lang na dumadaan dito sa aking giliran na parang makakakuha lang ng split push momentum dito sa may bandang baba. Kaso ang problema nila, 15 segundo, dagdag insulto para dito sa mga membro ng ating mga taga-Cnpahs as they might be able to not
Kahit meron
the momentum right now.
Yes, kahit meron sila doon nga healing galing, but still meron tayo ditong lason. Myrech has this night 4 spawn na magsisilbing tagapaglason nila. This one will be enough para lamang Asiulang Astaway gusto pumasok, and now they are now having a skirmish. AOG pumasok na sa dalawa para rin ko kanita ang Virgil was used at dahil doon at sa mapalabin nakapatay na din ni Myrech ang ating kalaban as Goldilocks and Myrech here. Astaway with the Kino Spray gusto nilang pumasok, and that's a 1-by-1 trading.
XP laban sa XP ang kanilang palitan, but it is a good trade para sa dalawang ito. Equal for equal, an eye for an eye, pero lamang ng 1,000. Tumama naman yung initiative.
Patay!
Kaso sila'y sasabog.
Stowey will go down.
Pero finally, a shutdown. At mukhang isa na namang
Oh,
boy stake para doon kay Stewie.
sobrang sarap ng ginawang heal doon ng ating Mitsuki, at dahil nga doon nakapag-sustain ng masyado si Peanut at di siya naging peanut butter, ginagawa niya lang yung kalaban as Squishy, as Goldilocks is in the bush, pero nakita siya ni Mitsuki. We'll see if I will use
Si Goldilocks, baka mag-steal pala retribution, but si Yoshimate nakuha na with the last insanity. Wala pa
AOG.
pero si Lucel ang una mawawala, at eto takbong Marino si Goldilocks kasi alam niya na kapag papasok pa siya, mayayapats na siya.
sobrang lala ng laso natin ngayon. Pumasok na siya sa sistema ng ating mga edukasyon.
Wala sila magagawa kasi dahan-dahan silang pinapatay ng ating lason, at eto na nga ang oportunidad para dito sa ating mga taga-Cnpahs.
Si Madara.
Si Madara ba naman ang kanilang kasama, at ano kaya ang maging desisyon nila?
As Madara now, let's switch the language to English na kasi maybe it's a bit of pressure. But let's see as Madara will go to the middle lane. But look at Goldilocks wants to go up, charging the middle lane. But look at the last society wants to go and pick him up with that AOG. So we'll see if now there are any casualties as Peanut is still alive. Monster kill! And again!
And now Madara is still pushing and creating the situation. Jasume putting the legs on the ball. Everyone from the
Reverse
of Cnpahs is still alive, but the members of Cted are falling down like
turn
flies.
around us we will
And come back, it's real. A Cnpahs
reverse whip.
finally
Reverse whip!
As champions.
Oh
of
my
Norsu
God!
Mlbb.
And now, what a wonderful match incoming from our college of our mga nursing na Cnpahs. Sobrang lala ng pinapakita nila. Wala tayong masasabi kundi congratulations sa reverse whip. Cnpahs ang nanalo ba?
Goes to the middle. That way was there, goes to Norsu. Norsu blocking, no!
Ang ganda ng performance nila ever since na in-integrate nila sa performance yung kanilang Madara dance, as it was a comeback of a century para dito sa ating mga taga-Cnpahs. Down 0-2 and everyone was counting them out. Pero pinatunayan lamang nila, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Goes to Yumaka.
As finally, mukhang marireveal na natin ang ating MVP.
Looking for
Mukhang eto na ang kanyang opportunity na mapresenta ang kanyang sarili
Sino
in
nga
the
ba siya?
crucial game number 5 in the final game of the series. Ang panghuling labanan, it's none other than si
Peanut!
Mlbb.
Picture tayo, Peanut!
Goes to Tukayon.
Grabe, inita.